Hey guys, what's going on? Tyraku here, back again with another raid video. Now I hope you've seen the tournament that just started recently, the champion training event, and the amazing champion you can win from this. Now I saw this picture and I was thinking maybe there's a Sir Nick as the top global award. I'm not gonna win it. Those people get some crazy high numbers. But whenever this started up earlier, it is per individual bracket, which is literally amazing. If you don't have Sir Nick, if you're an early game player, mid game player, and you can actually have him in your tournament, definitely go for him. Now, if you're really early in the game, you're a new player, you may not have him appearing because he's only apparently for players who have been playing for a little bit longer. I don't know what the exact cutoff is, but if you don't have him appearing, don't think you've done something wrong. It's just that you're not far enough in the game, you haven't played long enough for him to be an offer currently. Now, obviously my points are doing pretty decent so far. I have a pretty good hold on my bracket. I want to go through a few things, guys. Hopefully whoever's watching this video, hopefully you're not in my bracket, because I don't want to be giving my tips to people who I'm competing with. Well, actually I don't want to be competing with viewers, honestly. I want everybody to get Sir Nick. Ultimately, that'd be amazing if everybody could win him, but they can't, so I guess I'm gonna try my best. Now, a few things I'm doing to go ahead and help solidify my chances of winning. I'm going to talk about a few of the champion training methods. I want to share a Reddit article, and I want to talk about the raid card and how you can actually get a free version of it essentially later on in this video. Now, you'll see that I have a lot of points right now. The reason why I have so many points right now is because there's really two methods you can take when you're going to approach a champion training tournament. You can either do one, you can go really hard right out of the gate and try to get as many points as possible and kind of just trying to kind of discourage the rest of the competition, honestly, because people look up and be like, dang, this person's already got 10,000 points. This is day one. They're going to assume you're a whale, and they're most likely not going to try as hard. That's typically a very solid option. Now, you got to be careful with that, though, because you may start to get comfortable later on down the road. Somebody's actually been building up quite a few 5-star champions and they can pass you up pretty easily. So be careful. I've definitely seen people get overconfident and end up losing. The other strategy is to not go as hard as early, but stay pretty close to this top ranked player and then have those 5-star champions, start leveling them in the campaign, and you'll get the most points, 5-star champions or even 6-star champions, and you'll get the most points as soon as possible. Another thing I'm doing is I'm not doing 12-3 brutal, not 12-3 nightmare. I'm not doing 12-3 nightmare. I am doing 12-3 brutal, which you can see right here. So nightmare is great. You get a great amount of experience per run. It's very good. However, when you're doing these champion training events, you're going to need a ton of mystery shards. I have 1,800 right now, and I'm hoping this is going to be enough. But you're constantly going through there. I'm constantly summoning people from these mystery shards, opening up these mystery shards, and then as soon as I open these, all I'm really looking for is these 2-star champions, okay? I have enough mystery shards that I can just go in here, go down to the bottom, and then level up these 1-star champions with other 1-star champions. So I get them to level 10, and then I'll rank them up. And ideally, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill the whole bottom section of my inventory with 2-star champions, and as soon as this whole bottom section right here is all this extra space is filled up with 2-star champions all the way to here, then I'm going to go to the campaign and I'm going to start leveling up those 2-star champions. Ideally, I'm not going to level up every single one of those 2-star champions. I'm going to level up maybe half of them, and then I'll go through and rank up those 2 stars to 3 stars, and I like to fill it up again with 2 stars and keep going through the process. Now, when it comes to ranking up your champions, do not level up your 6-star, your 5-star champions, and even your 4-star champions to max unless you need them. Unless you need the 5 stars, get to level 50 to get to level 6 to get to a 6-star champion. Obviously, level those 5-star champions, take them to level 50, but don't level them all. Don't level all the 4 stars to max level either, because you're going to be getting a lot of points in the very beginning. But once you get past a certain level threshold, you're not getting as many points, and it's just not worth it. Obviously, for your 2-star champions, you have to level most of those to max level because you're using so many of them. Same with 3 stars. But this Reddit article that I found, and I definitely want to give a shout out to the user. I don't know how to say that name. They may or may not still be active, but I'm going to link the Reddit article down below as well. And whoever did this is a huge help. So when you're leveling 2-star champions, run them until they're level 7. When you're leveling 3-star champions, run them till they're level 12. 4 stars, run them to level 19, and 5 stars to level 25, 6 stars to level 31. At this point, after that, there's a big drop off in the level. Now, all this is assuming you're doing 12-3, you're doing it with the double experience banner activated. Obviously, if you don't have this activated, you need to get it activated. You're not going to have a chance in the champion training event if you don't have that activated. So level those champions like that. Obviously, the 6-star champions are going to be the biggest bang for your buck. Like, you're going to get a ton of experience, a ton of points when you're doing initially for like the first few levels. I mean, you're getting 8 points per level for 6 stars, 6 points per level for 5 stars. Now, there's some strategy behind when you should do that, and kind of what I'm going to do right now. I'm trying to push hard right out of the gate. So for like today and tomorrow, any 5-star champion I get, I'm going to be leveling up to that level 25. Okay, I'm gonna level them to level 25. If I have any 6-star champion, I'm gonna level them to level 31. But say in 2 or 3 days from now, I'm actually gonna get my 5 stars, just gonna leave them at 5-star level 1, not touch them at all. And then towards the end of the tournament, if I need to go ahead and cash out on a bunch of points, I'm gonna go ahead and start leveling those champions up so I can get a big burst of points very quickly. Now, there's a few things though that I want you to keep in mind. If you're going to do that method of taking these 3 stars, or the 3 stars, and running your food champions through the campaign a few times, keep in mind that this is going to lower your energy quite a bit. So in the past, where you may take these 3-star champions who are just level 1 and use them as food, now you're going to be spending, what, 8, 16, 24, who knows how much energy to get those champions to level 12. So if you have a lot of energy, this is definitely worth it. If you prioritize placing and getting Sir Nick over being energy efficient, then this is definitely worth it. But if you don't have a ton of energy and you really just need to level your champions, this may or may not be worth it for you. So keep in mind whether or not it's worth it, and you can make your own decision. Now, I want to jump in and talk about the raid pass and how you can get it essentially for free. Now, this is going to be using something called BlueStacks, and I do have an affiliate link down below. So if you download it, I appreciate it very much. It does help me out. This is not a sponsored video though. Now, let me jump over to BlueStacks and show you the macro that I created custom for this tournament and for you guys specifically. All right, guys, so now I'm inside of BlueStacks, and before I jump into this macro, let me explain to you a little bit about what it does. So this macro, when I'm saying it's like the raid pass, it really is. Other than the extra 20% experience, which is very much worth it, this macro allows you to put a group of champions in there, say level 20s, and it'll run through every single time, and it'll automatically sell the gear from every campaign stage you do, so you don't have to worry about having an overflow of gear when you finish farming. And it'll also stop the run before the when the champions hit max level. So the very last run before they hit max level, the macro will stop, they'll finish their run, they'll hit max level, and then you just come back, sell that last shield, and you're good to go. Very helpful macro. BlueStacks, the reason why I love it so much is because you can literally minimize it, put it over to the side when you're doing work on your computer or whatever it is. You can have the macro running. You don't have to worry about spending too much energy because it'll stop, like I said, at the right time. And I have a macro for each rank of champions. Now, how do you get this macro? Let me go ahead and show you. First, you go to this little macro button on the right-hand side of BlueStacks, or you can hit Control, Shift, and 7. Open this up, go to the community, and then type in Tyraku TV. Okay, once you do that, it's going to have this AFK gear farming and selling guide. You can go through here and you can read all this stuff. I have a breakdown of everything that you need to know, or you can just join the Discord, which is going to be linked down below, as well as the BlueStacks link, which if you download from that link, like I said, it is an affiliate link, so it does help support me, and I very much appreciate it. There's a Discord link below that as well. Join the Discord, go to the BlueStacks channel. Let me show you guys where this is at real quick. So if you're looking at the Discord here, you just go to this BlueStacks raid macro, and then it has a whole breakdown. But this link right here, this MediaFire link, will actually take you to a place where you can download individually each one of these different macros. Now, each one of these are automatically set to whether you have the raid pass activated, which is the RP ones, or if you don't have the raid pass activated, which is the no raid pass. Each one of these is assuming you're doing chapter 12 stage 3, and then it has the rank number beside for which rank of champions you're going to be leveling up. After that is the energy. So rank 5 costs 888 energy. So that takes quite a bit. Now, there's another little thing you can change inside of each one of these. You don't have to download all of these. If you know you're going to be leveling rank 2 champions and you have the raid pass, then just download this one from the MediaFire link. If you go the other route of downloading it from BlueStacks though, you have to go in here to the settings, which I have all the information you need set up on this macro page all the information you need as far as to get this to work correctly. Like, you just have to set this up here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This would be the best way to explain it. So raid pass, let's say we're doing rank 2 champions. I even have it for rank 1. For rank 2, you just hit the settings button. So this says repeat the action 7 times. If you look over here, it says, well, if you look over here, see? Let me give you another example. Here it says repeat the action 7 times. So for rank 3, you're gonna set it to 19. Rank 4, set it to 43. So all these numbers are the number of times you need to repeat that action. That action, you press play as soon as you finish the first campaign run. I'll give you guys an example of it in just a second using some 1-star champions. Now, you also wanna make sure, this is very crucial, make sure you set the intervals between executions to a number higher than it typically takes your champion to run through it. Also keep in mind the times of the loading screens, okay? So if your typical campaign farmer takes, for example, mine takes 5 seconds. I set it 10 seconds above that because it gives me plenty of time if the loading screens were to take a while, or if anything unexpected happens, the macro is not gonna mess up. The only reason this macro would mess up is if your time between executions is too short and the macro begins to execute too early, and then instead of clicking in the correct spots, it's doing it incorrectly, and then overall it's just not going to work. It may still continue to replay the runs, but it's not going to sell your gear like it should be. Let me give you an example with 1-star champions. Literally just go in here. I got to let this first run complete, but this can be used for anybody, okay? So if you have a champion who does it in a minute as a maximum time, set the time between executions to like a minute 10 seconds, a minute 15 seconds, depending on your PC, and then it'll execute continuously for that whole time. But all that's listed in that macro community page. I have all that broken down. But okay, so we're on 12-3, rank 1 champions, and I do have the raid pass, so I'm gonna go ahead and press play here. And this will go through every time and check to see if you have pieces of gear to sell. I believe this only does it like 1 time, 1 run or something, maybe 2 runs, I'm not for sure, but it's really not very many runs. So this is not gonna be a great example, but as you can see there, we just had an incubus drop, so it is a champion drop, and it just navigated out, no problem, exited from that screen, and didn't interrupt the macro whatsoever. Okay, so we got another shard drop here, so there's nothing really to do here. It's just gonna click the shard, gonna navigate away from it, no problem at all. If it has a piece of gear, what it would do there is it would actually sell the piece of gear. You can see the macro continuing to execute because it has it in case there was a champion there. But we're not gonna be able to show an example just yet with the gear. Actually, I can. I'll go ahead and show you this. It's gonna start up another run, which as you can see, the macro ended, no problem. If I started up here though, for rank 1 champion, it's gonna go ahead and sell this piece of gear. I'm not gonna touch anything. You also can see from the top right, this little thing right here, this shows that the macro is running. So if you have it and this is up and showing, obviously it means it's running. If it's down, it means it's not. If you wanna stop it, just hit stop playing macro. So I think this macro is a great way to just, hey, set it. It works better, obviously, if you're using like rank 2 champions at least. Rank 3 champions work better. So just turn rank 3 champions on, turn to the side, and you got a solid 10 minutes or so. I don't know how long your farmer takes, but you got a solid chunk of time where you can focus on some other work. You don't have to continuously spam the replay button. And if you're wanting to actually push in this champion training event seriously, I definitely think a macro like this is very, very helpful, and maybe what helps you actually win in this champion training tournament. Now, hopefully you're not in my bracket because one of us is getting Sir Nick and one of us isn't. And the way it's looking right now, hopefully I'm gonna be the one getting him, but good luck to anybody, whether you're in my bracket or not. Best of luck. I hope you enjoy this macro, and I hope some of these tips help you out when it comes to leveling up quickly for champion training events, especially when it comes to earning a champion as valuable as Sir Nick, the hardest hitting HP champion in the game. So guys, feel free to click one of the videos that are about to pop up. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.